Ooh, boo! Yo, we're reading a ghost story tonight. It's called Ready, Steady, Ghost. Written by Elizabeth Baggerly and Marion Lindsay. I hope you're not too afraid with ghost stories. They can be a lot of fun. Look at these little animals running through the woods, the forest. There's a little dog and a skunk and a bird up in the tree. What are they chasing after? Who can it be? Ah, there's a little ghost out front. Are they chasing the ghost? Or is the ghost taking them somewhere? Let's find out. Midnight. It was time for Bertie to go haunting. Ready, steady, ghost! Bertie watched the big ghosts race off to woo and boo in great forests and tall castles. But Bertie wasn't a big ghost. He felt far too small to haunt somewhere huge. Bertie crept further into the wood. It was darker than dark and lonelier than lonely. I don't like it out here, he whimpered. I need to find a homely house, a cozy house, a little house. Two lights shone through the darkness. Windows, said Bertie, hurrying towards them. On a little house. Then the lights blinked. Shiver me, shake me, said Bertie. Not windows at all, but eyes that belong to a big gobble me wolf. Luckily, the gobble me wolf didn't see Bertie hiding in the leaves. It howled and was gone. Something gleamed in the moonlight. A path, said Bertie, hurrying towards it, leading to a homely house. Then the path slithered and slid. Shiver me, shake me, said Bertie. Not a path at all, but scales that belong to an enormous squeeze me snake. Luckily, the squeeze-me snake didn't see Bertie in the moonlight. It hissed and was gone. A twist of smoke curled into the sky. Chimney smoke, said Bertie, hurrying towards it, from a cozy house. Then the twisty smoke was lit up by a flame. Shiver me, shake me, said Bertie. Not a chimney smoke at all, but breath that belongs to a huge sizzle me dragon. Luckily, the sizzle me dragon didn't see Bertie between the trees. It roared and was gone. Then Bertie saw more light shining through the darkness. Windows, please, he said, and this time he was right. But they didn't belong to a house that was cozy or little or homely. They belonged to a gigantic, freak me castle. Inside it was terribly tall and wide, but Bertie hid behind a small door to practice doing big ghost things. Boo, he said, jumping out as ghostily as he could. Woof, woofed a dog who was lolloping past. Shiver me, shake me, said Bertie. I'm supposed to be scaring him away, not asking him to play chase. Bertie whiffled up the stairs. The dog bounded after him, coming closer and closer. Bertie shot through a tiny keyhole and into the attic. "Shiver me, shake me, safe at last," said Bertie. "Eek!" someone tiny squealed. "Who does that harum-scarum voice belong to?" "Just me," said Bertie. "No need to be afraid. I'm only little." "Then come on in," said the little king and queen. "Our castle needs a ghost who fits, and you look terribly scary." "Do I?" said Bertie, feeling like a proper ghost at last. "Ready to haunt your house, your majesties," he added, hurrying toward the little castle that was homelier than homely and cozier than cozy. So that very night little Bertie shouted big ghost woos and boos, and to his delight the tiny king and queen jumped every time. Harum scarum, shiver and shake 'em. Bertie would never feel too small again. Oh, so he became a ghost in a tiny little house where there was a little king and a little queen. Should we have a look at those pictures again? Let's have a look. Oh, there they are running through the forest. The dog and a skunk. And there's a little hedgehog. And is that a mouse chasing the little ghost? Look at the great big ghosts. They're not afraid of anything. Ooh, boo! But little Bertie, he's too small. He just wants a little house to haunt. And then he sees the eyes in the darkness of the forest. Oh, those eyes belong to a big gobble me wolf. But luckily, because he's a ghost, the wolf did not see him hiding in the leaves, and the wolf just kept going past. And then Bertie saw what looked like a path going through the woods. But what was it? It was actually an enormous squeeze-me snake. Oh, look at that snake. The snake just slithered on past. And there Bertie sees the smoke curling up through the forest. Look at that. And who does that belong to? Bertie thought it was a chimney, but it came from a huge sizzle-me dragon. Oh, look at that dragon with the flames coming out of his mouth and the smoke coming out of his nose. He's pretty scary, don't you think? And next is the castle. And in the castle lives a little dog. Look at the little dog. And the dog ended up chasing Bertie. Look at him chasing Bertie all the way up the stairway. And Bertie escapes through the keyhole. And he ends up inside the attic. And in the attic, what does he find? There's a toy castle. And inside the toy castle is a tiny king and queen. And they ask Bertie to come and be the ghost for their castle. A tiny little ghost in a tiny little castle. And Bertie was so happy because now he felt like a real ghost every time he said boo, ooh. The little king and queen jumped in fright. That was a really good story. Did you enjoy it too? We'll have another ghost story sometime soon, I'm sure. And right now I'm going to say bye-bye, Serena. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Mwah.